Hey, welcome to the second course video for the song 100 from NF and his 2017 album Perception. I'm musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. In these videos, we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. So let's get in, see what all is going on with this song. On 100, NF expresses his pride in how he keeps everything he does real. The track was first previewed on his Instagram in 2016. Then in 2017, he previewed part of another verse on his Instagram, and the full song was premiered at 2017 Therapy Session Tour. 100 was also found in the trailer of HBO's Baller Season 3 in weeks ahead before the song's official release. Well, way to go in NF. Somebody's questioning this line, had me open up for your tour, I leave it looking like it's my show. Is this the Logic tour? It says no, this song was written and produced before his tour with Logic. NF is referring to how good of a rapper a lot of people consider him to be. When bands open for bigger bands, they're supposed to build the hype so that the crowd is excited for the main band. NF is saying that there's a lot of shows where the crowd seem to like him better, even though he was just an opening act. That's an interesting thought. And you can let me know in the comments. If you were a band, I'd be curious because I don't know that anybody would be like, oh, we'd rather just see him now if you came to see a specific band. But I feel like you would probably want somebody that leaves them wanting more, that they're like, oh, dude, that was really good. I want to hear more of that guy. Because I don't see very much in a world where somebody would be like, yeah, I just leave him out there. I don't really care to see the other person. So I don't know. Would you want somebody that's just kind of like in the middle ground and people are like, I might go check out, the opening act or whatever. Or would you want somebody that people are like, dang, dude, that opening act was awesome. And then obviously leaving them wanting more from that person. I feel like that's the way I'd want to go. It just takes a lot of, I guess, you just can't be insecure or else you would feel like, oh, I can't have him open for me because then they're not going to like me. I could see that maybe a little bit more in the comedy circle, but at the same time, I just feel like if you're there to see somebody, you're excited to see the main act, even if the opening act is strong. Okay, I'm on 100 right now. They say the flow is sounding like a mixtape. They ain't see it coming like a fast break. They ain't see it coming like Jordan hitting jumpers. Yeah, they ask me, when that new music about to drop? Ain't that what I gave you last week? This intro, I don't fully follow. I mean, obviously I see this, like, just dropping music out of nowhere that's really great. But I don't really understand the, ain't that what I gave you last week? Yeah, oh, you done it now. Feels like I'm coming up, but spit like I'm underground. Wonder how I come into your city like I run the town. Love the sound, started on the stage, now we in the crowd. I don't know. These lines are getting me. I don't understand this. Started on the stage, now we in the crowd. Because you'd think it'd be backwards. Started in the crowd, now we on the stage. I don't know, interesting. Yeah, what's with the hype though? Told me that your record was the greatest, but you lied though. Told me they consider you a god. Yeah, well, I don't. Say you never lived until you found something to die for. Yeah, and that is so true. Forget the haters. Remember people you're close to. Which again is just, we've talked about this concept with NF before, just because the lyrics come up, which is, it's really hard sometimes to forget all the negative speech that comes your way. But man, it's, for whatever reason, you could have 100 positive comments about you, but the one negative drives you nuts. But you just have to have that ability to be like, okay, let me hear what the people that are close to me, or the people that mean the most to me, or just in general, like, there's a lot more positive support. It's hard sometimes though to push the negative thoughts out of the way, negative comments. Now I'm doing things they told me I ain't supposed to. They treat me like a player. That's funny. I'm here to coach you. That's a hard line. Go back to the bench. Know where you belong. Say you've been practicing. Well, maybe you should do it more. Say you the boss. Well, who did you employ? All these sucky rappers I don't listen to. I'm so annoyed. Okay, then the chorus. Verse 2. Yeah, you should have left us on a high note. Different city, different time zones. You had me open up for your tour. I leave it looking like it's my show. The fans begging for the encore. Yeah, I wouldn't assume he's probably talking about anybody specific there, because recognizing that somebody would have you open for them is kind of an honor, right? And it's an opportunity to get your music out there. So I feel like he's just saying this in a general sense, that he knows he's a headliner. Yeah, and what you know about selling merchandise right out your house. I got 40 boxes in my living room on the couch. Me and my girl about to ship them out. Which this part of the song really does get into this idea of not being changed by fame. That he's just like, I'm putting in the work, and I don't have a big head. Yeah, I thought I told him last record. I'm out here grinding on a mad level. Always on 100. They don't understand the mad hustle. Nah, but that's what happens when the fans love you. I ain't the norm, but I like it though. About to move the family out to Nashville. I'm sleeping on the floor, got no curtains in the bedroom. Hang up the sheets, yeah, that's the way that I roll. This makes me think of like prison, right? Or is it, I don't know. Because like you hang a sheet, I'll leave it there. But I don't feel like that's what he's saying. Maybe he's just saying like he'll put the sheets up on the windows. He's not too good for that. Yeah, they think the money about to change me. That type of talking got me angry. A lot of people trying to play me. Me and the fan base looking like the A-team. How you telling people that we family? Hold up. Yeah, when you ain't even met me. That's the type of thing that upset me. And then we repeat the chorus, and I think that pretty much closes it out. Again, just a really honest, and that's the thing too, right? There's a little bit of, you can be confident in your gifting without being prideful. And I think that that's probably a lot of times what NF, like his music can come across prideful, but he's typically just putting forward like, I know what I'm bringing is really good. And I'm not selling out to people. I'm putting in the work. And I feel like that's really a lot of where NF is coming from, is just the confidence in what he has to offer. And I think that also comes with time, with age, with growing in a specific discipline. So even for you, whatever it is you're pursuing in life, if you're learning, you're growing, you're becoming better, there are times in life that you might have to take opportunities just because that's the way forward. And sometimes it feels like a step backwards. But at the same time, you also recognize your worth and what you have to offer, and that you've grown a specific skill, and it does give you some bargaining power. So I think if you're like, I don't have any money, things are falling apart, but they're not offering me the job that I want, sometimes it's like you just got to take that step and do what's necessary for a time. But if you're not in a place that it's like you've got some space, you've got a ramp or whatever, like holding out and waiting for and looking for the right opportunity because you know you can bring something to the table that's worth something, I don't think that's a bad place to be at all. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. We'll have a good conversation there. But thanks for being with me for this one. Hope to see you in the next one. Keep it 100. We're eating good.